Hi, I'm Peggy Kelly, and this is our education update. Today we have with us Mr. Ed Cora, who is the superintendent of the Santa Paula Unified School District. It's right in the middle of Christmas vacation, or holiday vacation as it were. It's December 23rd, and the day after tomorrow is Christmas, and we've been celebrating Hanukkah, and we've got updates from Dr. Cora about what's going on with the school district. So good morning. Great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Thank you, Peggy. Appreciate always having me on your show and just having a conversation with you.
Okay, great. I'm glad to hear it. So what's the latest? I mean, we haven't talked in a little while and we've missed that. So do you want to give us an update? I know we've got this COVID thing that just seems to tease us by getting better and then getting worse and this and that. And so where are we at now with that as far as the school district itself goes?
Before I give an update on that, Peggy, I just want to quickly say, I want to thank all of our administrators who have been on and who have interviewed with you. So I hope that our parents in the community have had an opportunity to get a chance to get a feel for who our cabinet members are and some of our directors, managers, our principals. I think we've interviewed a lot of folks.
And I want to comment on it too. They really enjoy them.
Good. So I want to thank them and thank you for giving that opportunity to them. In regards to where are we at, as you know, and everyone else knows, the governor put his stay-at-home order, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. The cases throughout California are out of control. I believe we're the worst state right now in the United States with COVID cases. So it's not just here in Santa Paula, it's everywhere. And as you know, I've been saying from the very, very beginning that safety is paramount for us and that we are looking to bring back our students and staff when in a safe and cautious approach. And we also want to make sure that, that everyone's going to be okay.
Yes.
So with all of that being said, I just put out a board update. I believe it went out today, got posted. And just letting parents know kind of where we're at. And I think the big message I want to make sure that we get across is that when we return, elementary students come back on Monday, January 4th, middle school, high school comes back on Tuesday, January 5th. And middle school, you know what? Now I've got to think which one they come back with. I know elementary is January 4th and then high school is the 5th. I can't remember which one is the middle school, but anyway, as they come back, we're coming back to distance learning, and we will stay in distance learning until further notice. So that's kind of a quick summary of where we're at. And I'll say one more thing, depending on what other questions you have, and that is, we all know that the best is for students to be in class. We know that, but not at the expense of safety. So that's the most difficult decision that we have to make. We know it's important to have students in school. We want them back, but safety is the #1 priority.
Absolutely, absolutely. And basically now I know that everybody's got their holiday time, as it were, and everything. And I think it's great the way that the teachers have seemed to adjust and how everybody's adjusted. And I can only compliment the district on how well they've been really handling this situation. So is this, I know that with the superintendent of schools for the county, they're basically still have a wait and see attitude also, don't they?
Well, Mr. Stan Mantz, who's our county superintendent, has done a great job of pulling county superintendents together. We get together once every 2 weeks. During the height of all of this going on, we were meeting once a week, and he did a great job of pulling us together, brainstorming, talking together. But we're all in different districts, we're all in different communities, and it's not the same all the way across the board. So that's interesting. But I do want to commend all of our teachers and our classified support staff and our administrators for their creativity, their hard work, their patience, because doing everything online is not easier.
No.
I can't tell you how many teachers have said it is much more difficult to teach online on a regular basis than it is live. So kudos to everyone for just doing their job and going above and beyond. And I also want to say thank you to our parents for their patience, understanding, and flexibility. I know it's not easy for them either. And to our students, hang in there. I'm not sure when. None of us have a crystal ball. None of us know when this is going to be over. But to hang in there and continue to work hard We're doing the best we can. We just ask our students to do the best that they can as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I know that the schools have gone out of their way to make sure that the students have supplies and meals and all sorts of things. Now they're still continuing the meal program.
Yes, we are. And we also just added a 24/7, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week tutoring. And students and parents can just go onto our website, and it's through princetontutoring.com. Information's on there. Doesn't matter what time of day, doesn't matter what day. They can get tutoring services. We're paying for it, free to students. So they really should be taking advantage of that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Has the district thought at all about maybe having some sort of a district-wide project for the students? I mean, that's just came into my head from God only knows where, but you know, something that maybe what their house looks like, or something, a commonality that they could all contribute to somehow.
Nothing district-wide, but I know teachers have been very creative with the assignments that they've given them. And they're trying to make as many assignments as possible real life assignments, real world assignments. So this has made everyone learn. If you didn't like technology, if you weren't comfortable with it, you are now. Even myself, I won't call myself a computer wizard, but I've gotten much better. I've gotten much better with Zoom. So it's, you take the good from the challenging times. And this has been an extremely challenging time, and for students, for parents, for educators, all of us, we've had to really learn how to embrace technology. I think our younger teachers who came out of college learning it, working on it closely, and also some of our teachers in elementary school towards the tail end were working on computers. They probably are extremely comfortable. But even if you're not, like me, and probably like you, right, like Bob, we've learned, you adapt. So it's important for us to do that. And I think we've all done that very well.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you're having the meetings online, so people can go and watch the meetings live, and also that you're archiving them so they can come back and watch them later. Absolutely. And last week, I know you installed on December 16th, you installed 3 new board members. Even though I had Daniel Sandoval, had he taken his seat a little earlier, or did he actually wait?
He still had to wait.
Okay,
so
that's
Mr. Sandoval, Mr. Wilson, Ms. Ornelas, those 3 new board members were sworn in by me. That was last Wednesday, and they'll have their second meeting coming up on January 9th. It is a special board meeting. It's a board superintendent workshop. Anytime you have that many new board members, there's a lot of things that you have to go over, roles, responsibilities, unity of purpose, all of that, because the governance team is it's 5 board members and a superintendent. Those 6 individuals make the governance team. So it's time for us to get together. We'll do that on Saturday, January 9th. California School Board Association will come in and work with us to pull us together as a unit.
Oh, that's wonderful. And of course, that'll all be distance. As far as it'll be a Zoom meeting or whatever. Oh, that's
on Zoom.
Yeah, well, and more power to the new members, because they certainly have challenges to face. And absolutely. I believe Jerry Mead was made president of the board.
Yes, Mrs. Mead is our president.
Okay, that's
and
wonderful.
Mr. Is a board member. Mr. Wilson was voted in as a vice president. Mr. Sandoval was voted in Vice Peters as clerk.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, it's going to be a new year, and thank goodness for that. I think everybody's had it 2020.
I think we're all ready for 2021.
Absolutely. Okay, Ed, anything I didn't ask you about, or something you'd like to add?
No, I'll go back to nothing new. Just again, thanking you to give our administrators the opportunity to share who they are and some of the things that they're working on, giving the community the opportunity to meet who they are. And also just kudos again to our teachers, to our classified employees, to our administrators, to our parents, and to our students for just working through this. We have no choice. Yeah. We're in it. You either give up and say, I'm not doing it, or you work through it, and we're all working through it. And I've said this before too, Peggy, that at some point we're going to look back on this and say, do you remember when we did that and how we did it and that COVID stuff? We'll get through it somehow if we continue to work with each other.
Absolutely.
And I just want to quickly say to everyone, please remember to stay safe, to keep healthy, put your mask on, wash your hands often, try and stay away from social gatherings. we'll get through this.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful. It was wonderful to see you and end the year with some information on the school and on the district, and we appreciate it as always. And would like you to have a very wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, and same to everybody out there. And once again, this is Peggy Kelly with the Mighty Santa Paula Times. And with our education update today, we had Dr. Ed Cora, who's the superintendent of Santa Paula Unified School District. And Ed, thank you so much for joining us today. Excuse me. Very important for people. I know that the parents and even the staff watches these, so I appreciate it. And you can see this on cable channel 10. You have it on your website also, don't you, Ed?
I believe so. And I'd like to also say thank you to the person behind the scenes, and that's Mr. Bob Allen. So to Mr. Allen, thank you very much for pulling this together. He's not on the camera, so people don't see him, but he's behind the scenes doing the work. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Bob does a wonderful job, and we all appreciate it. So everybody out there, be careful, wear your mask, wash those hands, social distance. Please don't gather. I know that's hard, but that's what we have to do to show COVID that it's not going to get us. So please do that, and have a wonderful, marvelous holiday, and we will see you soon. And thank you so much. Stay safe.